Welcome back to the Try You channel.
You know, we don't give a shit about what you had for dinner.
We don't give a entonces.
Yes.
My name is Rob.
I am Bucky.
And if you notice, I grew a 3/4 Ronnie.
Yeah, it's a 3/4 Ronnie.
3/4 Ronnie for the video. Today, well, I should mention tryu.com, where you can talk about movies, books, music, television series, which today is going to be our topic. We're going to get dirty with this one. Is Bridgerton, I pose the question, is Bridgerton the best show on television? Or is it the worst show on television? That begs another question. Can you get sick drinking piss?
The answer is yes.
Yeah, even if it's your own.
Even if it's your
That's
own.
from Kingpin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you get sick? My cousin, my older cousin had a fantasy football team named Can You Get Sick Drinking Piss?
How did those jerseys turn out?
I don't know. How does that tie into Bridgerton?
Well, it was definitely pissy.
You guys can see that I'm really dressed up in my...
Show them your gloves.
In my formal wear for Bridgerton.
The fittest town of hands.
Is that how you pronounce it? Bridgerton?
Bridgerton, yes.
Entonces.
Yes. That's at the
end.
We're
going to get deep and dirty, so I'm going to take the gloves off.
The entonces is silent.
I might challenge you to a fucking duel.
White gloves slapping.
Yes. So I took some notes, so we'll go through... if that's okay with you, Bucky?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll go through my notes.
Entonces.
And because I think Bridgerton was really originally a Spanish language and it was dubbed.
Okay.
Is that correct?
Yes.
No?
They did an amazing job with the dubbing. It's almost as if they were speaking English.
It's 100% not correct.
Out the subtitles.
Oh, it's not correct? Entonces.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wrongsies.
Okay.
No.
Let's dive into it.
Yeah, it's a Shonda Rhimes executive produced kind of thing. I don't understand what's going on at all in the series.
You knew only one episode, right? Or were you trying to get through the whole thing?
I tried to stomach the whole thing, and
you did?
I tried to, and
man.
one episode it made me upset.
Oh, you didn't go to the next episode?
No, I didn't.
Okay, I didn't either.
And here's the reason why, ladies and gentlemen. So this is supposed to be set like a period or whatever. And
yeah, like a full maxi pad period, not a tampon
exactly,
period,
like
right?
super heavy flow kind of thing. And so they're at this ball, and it's supposed to be, in the horse and carriage times and whatnot. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, Ariana Grande's "Thank You Next" starts playing in a violin solo.
Did it?
That was the point where I was lost.
I'm lost that you know that song.
I'm lost that I know it too.
But you mentioned ball, and I should mention at our old job, you were the belle of the ball.
I was always the belle of the ball.
Yes. Most of the time, you were the belle of the ball.
Chiffon and velveteen.
Okay, I'll get, let me see. I'll go through my notes, and let's see if you agree or disagree.
Sure.
Now, my initial impression
disagree.
Okay. And I don't blame you. And now that I think about what I just said, I don't agree with that either.
Yeah, see?
I'm kind of mad at myself for writing that.
Entonces.
Okay, entonces. I thought, my initial impression, I thought this was made for like an 8-year-old. The narration and stuff, I was like, this is like a Disney, and then there was some fucking.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, it's a very advanced 8-year-old.
Yeah.
That knows about fucking up against the wall. Up against a tree. They were against a tree, weren't they?
And he was late for something.
Yeah, I think if they would have done the camera shot right up that guy's asshole, it would have been a little more interesting.
Right.
The narration was just abysmal. And the jokes are like, like if it's in unison, everybody just says again, and then you're just like, oh, that was with some comic relief in there. Yeah. And I don't know if it's, and I thought, this is what I wrote down, if Downton Abbey, and I didn't particularly like that, was made for was just even for a
more mature audience.
No, lesser. If Downton Abbey was just,
okay. You're talking
about
Bridgerton, where it would be like
a lesser version of Downton Abbey. And I didn't like Downton Abbey that much.
It would be like Downton Abbey on a dollar menu.
Yes,
that's how Bridgerton would be.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like we can't have steak, but we can have steakums. That's
a good. So I agree. I agree with you, Bucky.
Yeah.
The plot was very telegraphed. I know that. The two main characters, the dude, I will say, you're the one, Stefan, our camera person, said that everybody just loves him because he's so attractive.
Yes.
Well, I did find myself wanting him to sit on my face a lot during, that's one positive out of the series.
Is that why you grew the 3/4 Ronnie?
The Ronnie's got, well, yeah, that's some of the reason.
Okay.
Entonces.
Yeah. That's forgivable.
I would say if the main character looked just like if Bucky and I had a child out of wedlock. I would have to say, right?
So what would she look like if it was in wedlock?
Legitimate.
Oh. The more you know.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Now that's, and it was just like, I mean, I don't know why we wouldn't just watch a porno with some kind of story if you're going to watch Bridgerton.
They don't really have much of those anymore. You would have to.
Yeah, I know. You can find an old one, right?
Right. Dig in the crates or the archives or whatnot, the 70s and the 80s when, pornos actually meant something.
Oh, man. I don't know. I went in expecting not to like it because of what I've heard, but everybody's raving about it. But It was so dull to me. I just kept drifting off and losing my place in the plot.
Oh, yeah.
I just didn't know what was, I didn't really, I would lose, and it wasn't a complicated plot.
Right.
And I would just lose it. I did finger myself a couple times to try to keep,
try to stay awake.
In the mood and stay awake. Yeah.
Okay.
And that was the really only excitement out of it.
The stinky pinky.
I did. I told Stefana. I said, why don't we? I have Barry Lyndon a copy of that, the Kubrick film.
Sure.
Yeah. And I thought, man, if we watch Barry Lyndon after this,
right,
it'll be like really watching what the hell you should really do. It'd be like I think listening to Nickelback and then listening to Nirvana right afterwards. Yeah. And but we didn't. I'm anxious to get back to Barry Lyndon. Now I will recommend that if you guys haven't seen that. If you're a fan of Bridgerton, don't watch it.
No.
But if you like Bridgerton, if you don't like Bridgerton, watch Kubrick's Barry Lyndon. He lit the whole film by candlelight.
Nice.
Yeah, he basically used what you had to use back then.
Okay.
Except for the cameras.
Of course.
They didn't have those kind of cameras.
Yeah.
And it looked like the plot to me is, I'm guessing this is where it goes, and I could be totally wrong.
Okay.
I'm guessing it's going to be like a Cheers, kind of like a Sam and Diane thing, where, they're going to almost get together, and then something's going to happen.
Yeah. Or it's like, let's fool everybody. We're not really in love. We're just pretending. And then it's like, we can't pretend anymore.
We can't pretend anymore. And then they're gonna almost culminate it, and then she's going to have diarrhea or something.
Yeah, something crazy.
That good diarrhea that you like.
Yeah, exactly. There's no such thing as bad diarrhea to me.
Yeah. I mean, if they could have titled this show "Indolent Rich Cunts."
You know what? I think they probably did.
That was a working title.
They were probably spying on us during our time at Assurance, and then they said, "Let's just make something up called Bridgerton," and it's like, whoa, why would they do that?
I can't think of a show I watched that's like this. I did watch a long time ago. I'm going to admit this in public. I watched Party of Five for maybe a season or two. I don't know, but there was a character in there, and he Bailey.
Okay.
He got drunk. And it was pretty interesting, that episode. I think they had one or two episodes. He just gets this just crazy alcohol problem.
Okay.
He's a clown at a kid's birthday party. He's stumbling around. Now, if they add that into Bridgerton, I'll like it. Just a blackout, drunk, wasted, piss shit yourself character. But I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't either. I think it's a little too polished for that. I mean, more power to you, because I cannot stomach any more of that. The mix confused me. Like you said, the elementary narration. And it was like, oh, I just watched Miss Pettigrew's House of Talented Children or whatever the fuck that movie was. That had more sophistication than this. Some of the wigs look kind of off.
How far did you make it in the episode? Did you make it to the very end?
Oh, yeah, the end of the first one, where they were like, oh, I knocked the guy out. Oh, I can't go back. They're going to look at me crazy. And he's like, you don't have to. We'll both look crazy.
Oh, I thought the episode ended with a hand job.
Almost. Yeah.
Almost ended with a hand job.
Except they reached the dance floor.
But we worked hand job into the video. I want everybody to see that.
Yeah.
We did work hand job in the video, and it was natural. I didn't force that one. That was a natural hand job reference.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Right.
And I mean, I want to talk more about my outfit a little bit because I'm dressed up.
Yeah, go ahead.
But that'll take away from the purpose of the video. Best or worst show on television?
I'm not going to say it's the worst.
Not the worst.
I've seen worse, sir.
Let's hear one. I just want to know what's worst to watch.
Worser. I've seen worser.
Worser. That's a show. Worser. Worser sauce.
I don't know. I'm drawing a blank, but I have.
You see, it's hard to think of one.
Yeah. Gilmore Girls.
Our camera woman.
Oh,
yeah.
I just put that in one of my top 10 lists.
You should get on camera and show your face for that.
Oh, right.
She likes the Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, I don't.
You know, it's the same director and the same creator as the marvelous Miss Maisel or Miss Maisel.
Maisel.
Much younger. So this is I did not like Gilmore Girls, and I actually had a couple of friends in college who that's all that they watched, and I literally wanted to put my face into a drain.
So next time you guys do a video, you should each watch an episode of Gilmore Girls, and then we'll talk about it.
I thought I was in the impression until last week it was a reality show like the Kardashians.
Yeah, they were the pioneers of the whole reality.
I had no idea what period it came from.
Yeah, it's so serious and poignant.
This is cereal.
Yeah. Tances. So Bridgerton.
Tances. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's all my notes. I just could not. I just kept drifting off. Although I was huffing a lot of chemicals. I did some gasoline and some air duster, just to get in the right mood.
Understood.
I'd heard a lot of forums out there. I think online, if you look it up, most people are huffing something
when they watch it.
Before they watch Bridgerton and during.
Maybe that was my problem.
Well, you can do it.
Yeah.
I'll give you something. You can huff my gas tank. If
no, I'll just look underneath my sink and just see what stock I have. I'm pretty sure there's something there that can kind of get me going. I probably wouldn't be able to finger myself. But,
well, if you just use Elmer's glue.
Oh, I just got the Loctite. That super stuff that comes out and
Oh, yeah, you could stay with it if you just huff Elmer's glue. I do that occasionally in the morning.
I will definitely try.
Okay, now I can't even talk about Bridgerton. Because I don't even know what to say.
It's so amazing.
Why do people? What is the deal with it? Why are people so into that show?
I don't know. I don't know myself.
Maybe the next episode's like the best thing that's ever happened.
Perhaps.
I don't think I'm going to give it a chance.
Maybe one or two people from Try You channel could be able to tell us and let us know.
Yeah, come on, Try You. Tell us why Bridgerton's so great.
Yeah. So, and while you're at it, make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. Comment and say I like Bridgerton because, and then you can also make fun of Rob's outfit. And if you want to see us have a white glove slap off,
a duel.
Yeah, a duel.
We'll challenge you to a duel.
Yeah,
then I'll challenge anybody to do a duel that can tell. I want somebody prove me wrong about this fucking show.
I can't.
I know, and Stefana didn't like it at all. I don't know I don't know what the appeal is.
Yeah, there's something really off. It's like if Grey's Anatomy took off their scrubs and put on the white gloves. That's what it reminds me of. It's that kind of.
There's another really popular show I can mention. It's not really related that I hated, and everybody seemed to love was Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, I never really liked that either. Never got into it.
I didn't. I never made it through a full episode of that show, and that's only half hour.
Yeah, it's just a little too much. The geekery. Or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's like the Hollywood version of geekery.
I've seen that actor, the main actor, and other stuff, and he's been pretty damn good.
Yeah.
So I can't say it was his fault. The writing and...
I think that, like, Big Bang was, like, maybe his 9 to 5, and then the other projects may have been, like, when he takes the shirt and tie off and he gets home. And
his catchphrase, pussy sprinkles?
No.
That's not
it. Was like vagina glitter.
Vagina glitter. See? And I do like that catchphrase. And so that's why I thought I'd give this show a chance.
Sure.
And even when he says it in the show, vagina sprinkles. Or wait, vagina glitter.
Yes.
When he says vagina glitter.
Pussy sprinkles.
Pussy sprinkles.
Yeah.
They're interchangeable. I didn't like it as much as when you just said it.
It's because I say it with gusto.
Okay.
And I mean it.
All right. Well, Bucky already told you to like the channel, and I know you wouldn't disappoint him. And we'll be back with more vagina glitter. Bye.